It's no secret that refugee resettlement is a contentious political issue in America. Since taking office, President Donald Trump has reduced the number of resettled refugees to 30,000 this fiscal year, a historic 30-year low since the program began in the 1970s. Yet many corporations, from Starbucks, Walmart, and Chobani, to small businesses in rural Georgia, are hiring refugees, not just as a move of compassion, but to improve business.
I think that with the shortage of talent, we're going to have to seek out non-traditional avenues like refugees. That these are individuals who are desperate for work. These are individuals who really want to work hard. And these are very well qualified individuals in their home countries. So it's an incredible talent pool.
The world's refugee population stands at 25 million today, the highest in history. In 2017, the U.S. resettled fewer refugees than the rest of the world for the first time since the adoption of the 1980 U.S. Refugee Act. At WeWork, recently named the We Company, the refugee hiring initiative started in 2017 and is quickly growing. Shonda works as a teacher's aide at the company's school.
Today? Thank you.
When they came to me, like, Chanda, Chanda, and I feel like home and feel like with my own kids.
The goal for our hiring is 1,500 refugees over the course of 5 years. So far, we've hired almost 200 across 25 different countries. The program's currently in 14 cities in the US, the UK, and Latin America.
Sodexo, which operates in 80 countries with 427,000 employees, is starting to roll out its own initiative with 300 refugee hires in 4 countries.
Brands that basically promote refugees or hire refugees are better perceived, particularly by women, by minorities, and by the millennial population.
A study from the Fiscal Policy Institute surveyed 26 employers that hired refugees. 73% of the employers reported a higher retention rate for refugees than other employees.
Basically, turnover costs 1/5 of an employee's salary, so there's a great cost savings as well.
One of the reasons why we decided to scale it is because when we looked at the pilot, there was a 94% retention rate.
Even so, companies like Starbucks haven't always been able to convince the public. When analysts in 2017 announced it was hurting the brand. YouGov, which tracks brand perception across multiple industries, says the Starbucks example highlights how brand perception can change based on political leanings, where brands are located, and the age of consumers. Critics say these hiring initiatives can compete against American jobs and also point to language barriers and the cost to integrate the workers as reasons not to start such initiatives. Some companies are reluctant to participate in such programs as a result.
They think it's going to take a lot more effort and it's going to cost more. And if you have one example of someone who has a cultural faux pas, if you will, it kind of, creates this whole narrative which is, really not accurate because it could happen with anyone.
Employers say the logistics are also a challenge, especially in the U.S. Sodexo hires globally and has had an easier time gaining hiring receptivity in other countries.
Many of the European countries have taken in many more refugees. You can do both. You can have a business impact while doing good.